Hey guys, Dazanar here. We're just going to briefly talk about something we all kind of know, how corporations are able to buy off politicians. And not only that, corporations are also in themselves citizens by law, or people by law, and how these people are able to use super PACs to literally just invest in politicians and corrupt our entire democratic infrastructure from the bottom up. It's hard to trust any politicians when most of them get their campaign funding from big sources. It's hard to change this in the first place when it has to be done in Congress, and that's where they get their funding. They're not going to try and defund themselves. They won't even put term limits on themselves, which we know is another fundamental issue that we need in this country. Term limits on these old motherfuckers in their 70s, 80s in Congress because they've got the money to buy influence and to trick millions of people at one time to get them to vote for them. There's no way these old people who get bought off by these corporations, there's no way they're more intelligent than the average 30-year-old who, they're not wiser, they're not better. That's a fallacy, old grown-ups aren't smarter. So I think term limits and limiting funding is a must. We have to find a way to fund these politicians so they don't have to constantly go out and solicit themselves and put themselves in a corruptible position, right? That's the problem. This money, this greed, just straight corrupts the politicians, and they don't get what needs to be done. The corporations get to put pressure on the politicians not to do the legislation that needs to be done, not to do the regulations that need to be done to make this sort of capitalism work. Well, that's why we have this unsustainable economy, this unsustainable ecology in the first place, because these corporations are buying their way for people to look the other way, and at the same time seemingly rewarding the public with great products to consume. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.